Is it too wide angle? Can you see my legs?
Yeah, I can see it. I'm Rich Conlon, owner of Complete Offroad. Ecstatic to have everybody here for the third year of the Complete Offroad experience. Should be a good time.
I have been wheeling, I'm 50 years old now. I've literally been wheeling since I was 16 years old. Started out in full-size Chevy trucks in the river bottoms like everybody else did, and it just evolved from there. And a friend of mine was running a back half YJ, and he planted the seed for me to buy a derelict body and frame. And this is my 1991 YJ buggy. There's not much YJ left. It's all Chevrolet drivetrain, 358 on propane. Tires and wheels, we got 40-inch TSL SX2s on Allied beadlocks. The favorite mod so far, without a doubt, has been these SX2s. I just recently put these on there, and man, they are amazing. Best tire by far I've ever had.
So this is my 1982 AMC Eagle SX4. Came four-wheel drive from the factory, but we changed it up a little bit. I've got an LS53 with a turbo 400 and a 241C transfer case, 05 Super Duty 1-ton axles. Still got the factory lockouts, but we got some spare slugs to put in there in case when I do decide to break those. 4-link in the rear, 3-link in the front, 16-inch coilovers out back, and 14s up front. And 20-gallon fuel cell because we want to get those road miles in. So pretty much when I was told that, hey, guess what, you're going to be making it on Core this year, I was ecstatic. I was like, all right, this is what I've been needing to kind of get me kicked off and get in the right direction of where I want to aim this car to be. And so that being said, I pretty much redid everything on the car.
I started wheeling in an IH Scout with my parents when I was about probably 2 years old, 3 years old. Grew up around IH Scouts, grew up around Jeeps. This is my 1970 IH Scout 800. It was rebuilt after a total loss in a fire. The only original parts from that original Scout are the sheet metal. Started with a new tub and then put it on a two-door JK frame, a Ford Snowfighter Dana 60 Kingpin front axle, GM 14-bolt rear axle, Yukon 513 gears. The front has a Yukon zip locker in it. Custom hand built by myself and some of my close buddies here 3 years ago. Made its debut at the very first Core event. Probably one of my favorite mods has been most recently the 42-inch tires. Just gives me that little bit extra ground clearance and lets me go just a little bit further down those steep rocky trails.
So I started out with a 99 Grand Cherokee, a cheap 4-inch rough country lift on it, 31s, and bought this for a Sunday driver for me and my wife to go get some ice cream. And as soon as I bought it, I told her, I said, well, this isn't the family rig anymore. We're gonna have to buy a 4-door for that. Just a 2008 Jeep JK, 1-ton axles, 60 front, 14-bolt rear, Dirty Life beadlocks, 40-inch tires, rock crawler 3-link long arm front and rear, stretched about 7 to 8 inches.
It's amazing what this thing does.
I'm starting to rebuild around the idea of eventually body swapping, just for the cool factor and doing more trips like this. To get ready for today, we welded the rear, got the new body armor on to kind of move that wheel well back. I've been wheeling since I wasn't supposed to be, like driving back roads before I had a license. Don't tell anybody, wheeling construction zones, like backcountry subdivisions and stuff before the houses were there. I started out wheeling a '89 Suzuki Sidekick, and that thing was an absolute blast. But from there, it's progressed from that to Jeeps, to Toyota 4Runners, to, well, this is actually my first rig on 40s. So I've been wheeling this. I put it together at the end of 2020. Oh yeah, so I'm an owner of Crawler Off-Road. We're super excited to have been able to sponsor this event, and we're really also excited to be able to wheel with some of our customers. I drive this 2005 Dodge Dakota that I put together using 2 frames welded together. It's got a Super Duty front half and a Dodge rear half. 1 tons, 40s, 1550 front shafts, hydro boost, 231 with a slip yoke eliminator, and of course manual transfer case shift. And that's about it. It's still got power windows, power locks, air conditioning works. Anyway, so that's what I got.
Been wheeling the past 20 years. Been doing it since I was 18. 4-wheelers, big mud trucks, racing, side-by-sides, Jeeps, this thing. Been about everywhere on the East Coast, and about seems like I've done it all. It's a 93 Toyota pickup, has 167,000 miles on it. Bought it, cut it in half, built the back half, put tons under it, and away we go. Front axle's a Dana 60, rear's 14 bolt, transfer cases are stock. I've got a doubler in there, 4/7 gears in the front case, stock transmission, stock motor. Got an exo cage on it, fuel cell, winch, lights, basic rock crawler. Favorite mod, I want to say it's a toss-up between these tires and the 4/7 gears I put in the transfer case. 4/7 gear, that just made a world of difference rock crawling with it.
I started back in high school with a 92 XJ that my parents gave me. And then I decided to run that into the side of a Captain D's. That's a long story, we won't go there. This is a 91 Comanche. So it's got the stock 4.0 AW4. It's a behemoth strong box in front of an MP205. It's got 07 Super Duty axles with 410 gears. So it's a Dana 60 front, Sterling 10 and a half rear. It's basically 6 inches of the lift. It's got ORIs on the front with a 3-link with a Clayton cross member. Rear's spring over axle with rough stuff U-bolt eliminators. 40-inch Mickey Thompson Baja Boss MTs on 17-inch cheap Pro Comp wheels that I spray bombed white. My favorite mod's probably my Behemoth box. I like the fact that I have choices in gearing. When I'm bombing around the trails, I'm in 2-to-1, and then if I want to slow down, I go to just put the box into low, and it's 5/4, 4-to-1. So it's a lot of fun that way.
I'm one of the owners of Crawler Off-Road. We're here this weekend with our 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee. I started wheeling when I was 16. First started with a 1997 Chevy 2500. Extended cab long bed. It was a big truck, and just progressed from there. I've had a late 60s Bronco on 42s. I've had a Suzuki Samurai on 40s. Couple of XJs, 33 to 35s, and then we built this guy, affectionately referred to as Snowflake. 2004 stock 4-liter, stock automatic transmission, 231 swapped, 05 plus Super Duty 60 front, 05 plus 14 bolt rear, 538 gears front and rear. The Mickey Thompson tires are absolutely phenomenal. They bite when others don't. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. They just do, they just work.
Started out on four-wheelers at a young age, carried that through to my teenage years, started getting into full sizes, jumped into side-by-sides for a little bit, then back into the full sizes, and this is my second build, so to say. I've got a 06 TJ, well, what started as an 06 TJ. It's not much Jeep. It's got a 6.0 LS, turbo 400, mild head cam motor, Atlas 4-speed, Super Duty tons, 16-inch coilovers all the way around, hydro steer, 538 gears, the cookie cutter rock crawler setup. It's on 43 stickies, 17-inch bead locks, all the good stuff. Full hydraulic steering is a game changer. If anyone's questioning it, would recommend.
I'm with the Total Off-Road Podcast. I'm one of the original hosts of the podcast, and this is my 1995 Jeep XJ. We're out here at Core 2024, and it's pretty awesome. The rig is a 1995 Jeep Cherokee XJ. It has a set of Dana 44 up front and a 9-inch out back out of a 79 Bronco. 538 gears, front and rear, Yukon. It's got Yukon zip locker, front and rear. It's got a bastard PSC hydraulic assist up front. It's a kind of a fun haver theme, so to speak. The steering wheel here is a fun haver steering wheel. And when I saw that Vaughn released this, I was really intrigued by it. I like the look of this steering wheel. And so the whole Jeep kind of revolved around that. And so actually we've got an orange winch cable to go on the front of the winch here to kind of give it that look. And then as you can see, the rest of the Jeep kind of mimics the steering wheel. Other than that, it's mostly stock. It just works. I don't know how to explain why it just works. It just works.
I have been in a Jeep since I was 4 months old. And I turned 35 this year, a couple weeks ago. So I've been around Jeeps, in Jeeps for a good 34, 35 years. My dad's part of the Tri-State Stump Jumpers, which was the sponsor of the first day. And I've either been in a passenger seat with him, passenger seat with other people, and I started driving the Jeep when I was 10, started off-roading a Jeep when I was 18. My rig is a 90 YJ, with a carbureted 350 small block main SM465 manual transmission and a 205. It's got Wagoneer 44 axles and 36-inch super swampers on beadlocks. Yeah, still on leaf springs though, so small one of the group today.
I've been wheeling for almost 20 years. I've had 10 different Cherokees, some long arm, some not. Had a YJ for a long while, had a couple of full-size trucks that I've wheeled. My rig is a 91 Toyota 4Runner. It has 63 Chevy rear leafs, Toyota T100 front leafs, 42-inch IROCs on beadlocks, and trail gear doubler. And it's a 5-speed with a 3.0 V6. Put new wheel bearings in it, checked the front end, stuff like that. Greased everything, made sure it's full of fluids, and put it on the trailer. Other than that, it's just a working rig. We just put it through the woods and beat it up.
The 56 pickup truck we built last year, and that ended up going out to SEMA, and we took it on Ultimate Adventure. That is the 56 Willys pickup truck. It's on a JKU chassis, running 1-ton axles front and rear and a LS53. On the 56 Willys, I just like the nostalgia of the vehicle. All of the external body panels are all original on it. There's no Bondo, there's no nothing. That's the original patina. Everything else is new. The interior of the cab has all been painted, all new gauges, all new wiring. Entire drivetrain and chassis is new. So it's got the aesthetics of the old vehicle, and it's got the drivetrain and stuff of a newer one.
I've got the red 95 Blazer here. We were actually voted out via social media, but then we were voted back in via sponsors. We appreciate you guys. First time to Iowa, first time seeing the Mississippi River today. Awesome. Probably the least built rig here. I can't wait to probably break it and then have all winter to fix it. Solid axle swapped. It's on 37s, half tons, early Ford axles, early 70s. It does have hydro steer. It's got lockers front and back, 513 gears. I'm from Michigan, not a huge rock guy. I'm just gonna go out there and throw that out there. I don't go to a lot of off-road parks, but do a ton of trail riding in Michigan, which is pretty mild. So I'm here to expand my experience.
Oh shit.
Extinguisher! Extinguisher!